Is Gerald Taylor denied by Hemming? What?
Hello and welcome to This and That, and today we have St Mirren's number one, Zach Hemming. How we doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Obviously on the golf course, bit windy, bit wet, but yeah, good to be here.
Yeah, we planned, we're at Paisley Golf Course, planned on getting a wee round and also having a wee chat, but the weather isn't looking too good at the moment. You started off from a young age at Middlesbrough, mate. How was the experience there, and have you always been a goalkeeper?
No, I haven't always been a goalkeeper. Obviously played for a boys' club at a younger age. Was actually a centre half, played a bit of centre midfield, and then one season, my best mate, he went on holiday and said that someone asked us if I wanted to go in goal, so I went in goal. Ended up saving 4 out of 6 penalties, 7 aside, and then he came back off holiday and said he doesn't want to play in goal anymore. So I just said I would stay in goal, and then I've been in goal ever since. Yeah, started off at Middlesbrough when I was 14, and I've been there ever since. Was at Sunderland a bit on trial, Newcastle a bit on trial, but yeah, signed for Middlesbrough at 14.
You went into the nets after that extraordinary performance, and what was it, 4 out of 6 you said?
Yeah, 4 out of 6 penalties saved. It was just in a daft tournament, just with my mates, played for a boys' club, and I was obviously tall, filled the goal at 7 aside, so I just thought I would just stay in goal.
And you had a few other short-term loans, and then you made the move to Scotland with Kilmarnock in the Championship, and that was a successful season. How was that as a first sort of year-long loan for you?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, Kilmarnock, you know that obviously the success, we got promoted from the Championship. We just need to play a bit of men's football. Obviously, playing under 23s football it's not really like men's football. So I just want to get out there, play men's football, put my name out there, and hopefully make a name for myself. And obviously, ended up few good performances, few team of the weeks, and then obviously we got promoted at the end of the season. So it was a good season.
And they were there for the next season as well. It maybe didn't quite go as you wanted up in the top league. How was that to take?
Yeah, I think it was a learning curve, to be honest. I think I came up and maybe played a game one too early. Obviously travelled up the day before one pre-season game and ended up rupturing my groin. And then when I came back from the injury, I didn't feel like I got back into it. Felt like I was a bit off the pace, and then I got thrown back in and I wasn't really ready. I don't think I was really ready to play. Obviously the Premier League's obviously a different league to the Championship, and it was a bit faster, and obviously I don't think I was ready for that. Didn't really have a proper pre-season with the injury, and yeah, just obviously struggled. But I think it was a learning curve. I think it was just a learning for me to say that I'm not going to play every game in my career, just to take it as a step by step, train hard, but still enjoy football. I still enjoyed my football there, and yeah, it was probably just more of a learning curve for me. And
so it looks like the golf had to be given a wee miss. The weather wasn't quite suitable. So back on dry land, I know the course record was in sight until we had to give it a cancel. But we're back anyway, and so we'll talk about after Kilmarnock. Then the loan move to St Mirren. How did that come about, and was there any influence from anyone else regarding that?
Just over the summer, I was just on holiday, just enjoying time off with the kids, and then my agent just rang and said, like, look, the manager, obviously St Mirren, was looking for a loan keeper, and he just wanted to know if you fancied going back up to Scotland. Obviously, he said that he didn't know, he just wanted to take a chance. He liked what he'd seen in the Championship, and he liked what he'd seen when I was at Kilmarnock, and yeah, he just took a chance on us, obviously, and then I just said I wanted to go back and play football. Obviously, after the injury, I just wanted to get back and play as many games as I could. And when he said St Mirren was there, I just thought, yeah, we'll go back to Scotland and give it another go. Obviously, move my family up, and yeah, I've loved my time here. I've probably one of the best seasons last season, and I was obviously good not to come back when we got into Europe and wanted to play in the European games. But look, that's just football, and I'm back now, and hopefully we get some results at the end of the season.
Well, as you say, it was a very good season. A lot of standout moments for me as a fan. Is there any game that particularly sticks in your mind that you thought, yeah?
I think this one probably sticks in everyone's mind at Aberdeen at home. I was actually lucky that my mates came up. There was 10 of my mates that came up to watch the game. They were out in Glasgow before the game and then went to the game. They managed to wean themselves into a bit of hospitality, so they had a few drinks during the game. And then, obviously, when we scored the last minute, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but one of my mates actually ran on the pitch. I'm not saying his name in case he gets in trouble, but nah, he ran on, and after the game, it was unbelievable. And obviously, to get that result and come back after conceding in what was the first minute, to score 2 late goals, I think that game always sticks in the memory. I think like every game was just a good game. Like there was Dundee away from home. Remember the celebrations after the game. I think just all season was just an all-round good season. We didn't feel like we were ever like chasing to get into the top 6. I don't think we were ever out of the top 6 for the full season. And some of the performances and some of the results that we got, I think just the full season was just a great season for the club, and obviously as a player everyone was enjoying it, and it was a really good place to be.
Well, as you say, the 2-1 Aberdeen game certainly sticks out. I think it set a record for like the earliest goal scored for like somebody to be leading and then suddenly lose the game. But it was actually one of the games I wasn't at. I was in Lithuania. I was up a wee TV tower bar, looked at the score 1-0, and we get the penalty, and I thought, you know what, top 6 Europe could be on. Then suddenly 2 seconds later, suddenly Olisanya scores, and well, I certainly had a few drinks that night anyway. Obviously qualifying for Europe the first time in 37 years for the club, a huge achievement. You obviously said how much did it hurt seeing the boys have their trips to Iceland, to Norway, and obviously you missing out after being such a big part of getting there?
Not even just for me, for the family. Obviously, my missus, she would want to go to games. My mum would probably want to go to the games, and they were looking forward to it all summer. We thought we were coming back, but obviously Middlesbrough had other plans. They wanted to see how I performed in England, and I was obviously gutted in myself not to come back, wanting to play in them games. Obviously, after achieving what we did to get into Europe and achieving that, obviously wanted to come back and try and help the club in Europe, and wanted to play in them big games. And obviously I seen it. I watched every single game in Europe, and you seen how good it was, how good the nights were, and you seen the fans before the games, and the boys said that the European games are unbelievable, and it was good. It's probably even more good that I've actually come back and halfway through the season when I would have liked to be here at the start of the season, but look, that's football, and we just got to move on and get on with it, and hopefully we can get in the top 6 this year and get a few good results at the end of the season, and hopefully we can see what happens.
Well, as you say, sad to miss out. You were on loan. Again, was it Leyton Orient you were at? It didn't quite go to plan for yourself or what you would have been after. When you got the chance to come back to St Mirren, did you jump at the chance, or was it something you would actively have looked for as well?
Obviously family was settled in London. I didn't really want to move them again. Obviously kids were being in school. But yeah, the club asked me in January would I like to come back. It was the first real insight that I got of wanting to come back, and obviously I enjoyed my time in London. The kids enjoyed the time in London doing things, and obviously my oldest one started school, and I didn't really want to move him because I would like to get him settled. But it was just one of them things where football's football, and you've got to move wherever the chances are. And St Mirren asked us to come back, and as soon as he said, "Do you want to come back?" that was it. I was signed, and I was moving up the road, and I was never going to say no to come back because I always enjoy my football up here, and the family love it up here. So yeah, it's good to come back.
I feel like St Mirren's starting to feel a bit like home for you. You're obviously enjoying your time here. How much would you like to make the move permanent to St Mirren, and could that be an option?
Yeah, obviously we settled up here. I've still got another year at Middlesbrough, so we need to see what Middlesbrough have got to say. But obviously the family is settled up here, and the kids are settled up here. It's just, I've been up here for so long. But yeah, we've just got to see what happens. Obviously, everyone knows what football's like, and you've got to see what people are doing and what people want. And yeah, we've just got to play it by ear and go from there. Just want to hopefully see out this season and play well and help the team as best as possible. But yeah, we'll get the season out of the way and then see what happens in the summer.
I think most St Mirren fans will be in agreement that they'd love to see St Mirren and Middlesbrough get the deal done. But there is 3 huge games coming up. Still a chance to get into the top 6 and another chance at maybe getting a spot in Europe again. What's the sort of mentality in the dressing room at the moment around that? And
yeah, obviously it's 3 big games, but I think you just got to take one game as it comes. Obviously we're playing in 2 days on Saturday, and yeah, just got to take every game as it is. And look, it's the mood around the place is still, everyone's buzzing, everyone's happy. It's a great club to be in. It's pushing forward. Obviously, where it's come from the last few years is massive, and obviously what the club's done the last few years is massive as well. And yeah, it's just everyone just sitting tight and enjoying the football and enjoying around. Obviously, as fans, it's probably enjoyable as well to see the club doing so well at the minute and being at the up at like the top 6 and around the top 6. But obviously, it's a tough league this year. Everyone's quite close. You can be 1 game away from the top 6, or you can be 1 game away from the bottom 6. It's just that's just what it is. Everything's tight, and yeah, everyone's just enjoying the football, and it's a great group of lads in the team. And yeah, we just got to see what happens.
We've obviously got Jamie Langfield as the goalkeeping coach as well now, and it seems like any keeper that's come in recently he's been working wonders with. What's it like to work with him on a professional level?
Yeah, it's good. I think I obviously enjoy it. You can see I'm enjoying it, and yeah, he just knows how to get out of someone, and he knows exactly what they want and exactly how to coach them. And it's good to see having a good goalkeeping coach. I think everyone needs a good goalkeeping coach. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, everyone needs someone that's going to help you and know what you want to do in training. And yeah, it's been very good working with him, and yeah, everyone enjoys working with him. And you can see the past few years the keepers that he's done and the moves that he's got for them and stuff like that. So yeah, really good working with him.
Yeah, got a wee bit of attention in the media early in the season at the darts with your Robbo out sign. Obviously the media jumped in it and took it very, very literal and very serious. How did Robbo take that?
Obviously, I was with his son at the dart, so it was always going to be a joke, and yeah, he just took it as a joke, and that was it really. But obviously the media, everyone knows what the media's like. They'll try and write a story in the papers, but it is what it is. And yeah, it was a good night at the dart, and his son was there, and I got the tickets for his son as well, so his son enjoyed it as well, and he had a laugh about it.
And just in a personal note, who was your footballing hero growing up?
I had a few. Obviously, Kasper Schmeichel. Used to wear his gloves. Used to watch him play. So yeah, it was probably Kasper Schmeichel who I used to watch him play. Want to play like. Obviously, was lucky enough to play against Celtic, and lucky enough to get his shirt. So that was obviously one of my idols that I managed to get his shirt, which I'm going to get framed and put on the wall. But yeah, probably Kasper Schmeichel. Obviously, you look at everyone growing up and stuff. The people who play for, obviously I'm a Sunderland fan, so the people who play for Sunderland. Kieran Westwood. I used to wear the same gloves as him because he had the same ones as Kasper Schmeichel. Craig Gordon, Craig Gordon, who's played for Sunderland. Obviously the big ones like Joe Hart, Jack Butland, who I've always played against last few seasons and managed to get the shirt. So yeah, it's obviously really good to play against people like you've looked up to, and it's mad because I probably sit at home and I speak to my wife about it, and I say I don't feel like a footballer because obviously these are the people that I used to idolise and I play against, and I just feel like a normal person just playing football and managed to be lucky enough to play against them, who I used to watch as a kid and wear the same gloves as. But yeah, it's always good to play against the top keepers, and that's just the ones who I looked up to.
And just touching off that, who is the best player you think you've played with, and who do you think's the best player you've played against?
Good question. Best player I've played with. I wouldn't say I played with him, but I was on the same. Obviously, growing up and being involved in England camps and stuff, obviously in my age group there was like Phil Foden and people like that. Obviously, I was lucky enough at Middlesbrough when they got promoted to the Premier League that they signed like some unbelievable players. Gaston Ramirez and Negredo played up front. Victor Valdez was in goal. So people like that. People that I played against. It'd have to be... Trying to think now. Put me on the spot here.
Racking the brains.
Yeah, put me on the spot here. I'd say the first year when I was at St Mirren, I'd probably say Jota.
Jota.
Yeah, probably yeah. But and then if you're looking like the likes of like Maeda and Kyogo, that you don't even get time on the ball to have a touch. It's just as soon as the ball's come back to you, getting pressed. So and his movement, then they're two players. The movement's so good you don't even know where they are on the pitch sometimes. So probably one of them three.
And in the St Mirren team currently, can you pick a five-a-side team? Obviously yourself in nets. Can you pick the other four individuals you would have with you?
I would put myself in there. I would put myself up front. Big Pete in goal. Who would play five-a-side?
Like
Big Meeks. Put Big Meeks up front. He'll just hold the ball up. Gogger at the back.
Two in the middle, who we going?
Don't even know. Nah, I can't do that. Can't even pick anyone. Play five-a-side. Nah, cancel the question.
Didn't too hard a question. 5 Zach Hemmings. Right, in the current St Mirren team then, can you tell me who has the worst timekeeping? Who has the best first touch in your opinion? And who's in control of the music in the change room and pre-game and stuff like that?
In control of music is me. I'm in control of music. On a match day I am. In the gym it varies. Everyone gets a go in the gym. Big Meeks probably won't like that I'm in control of music. He doesn't like my music.
What's the type of music?
Anything at all. And I'm open to requests, but he doesn't like it. First touch. Say Boyd Munt. What was the other one?
Timekeeping.
The worst timekeeper.
Yeah, worst.
I would say Roland because it's fresh in my mind. He was late the other day.
And just to finish off then, we'll just go through a wee this or that. So I'll give you 2 options and you give me what one you prefer. So, the Masters or the Open?
Masters.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
KFC or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Roast dinner or fish and chips?
Roast dinner.
Was that hard for you? Yeah, Northerners are always going to like roast dinner, aren't they? TV series or a film?
None. Don't watch any of them.
None at all. Are you anti-TV? Do you paint? Do you paint?
Nah, nothing at all. Just play with the kids, that's it.
Project Mbappe. That's what that is with the kids in it, out in the garden playing.
One's a golfer, one's a footballer, so.
Oh, well.
Both better than me as well.
Summer or winter?
Summer all day.
Batman or Iron Man?
Iron Man.
A Ferrari or a Lamborghini?
Lamborghini.
Barca or Real Madrid?
Barca. Just because I liked them when I was younger growing up. I used to watch them all the time, Barcelona.
Who was your main man at Barca back in the day then?
Nah, just Messi. Just when he played for Barcelona, love watching Messi.
And to finish off then, we'll go for a goalkeeping one. So we'll go Buffon or Neuer.
Buffon.
Yeah. Absolute G.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much anyway today. I didn't quite go to plan in the golf course, but I'm sure we can get it rearranged for another time anyway, bro. Yeah. I appreciate your time.
Thanks very much.